Hello everybody. In today's video, we are gonna try to be educational as much as possible. My goal for the video is to get 65 puzzles correct. Hello everybody. This video. Okay, so we are on puzzle number 35 as you can see. So I told you my goal is to do 65 and educate you and show my thought process how I think. Okay, so I will give you also, like, you can also ask me some questions if you want. Okay, let's just quickly dive into what we are planning to do. I just told you the plan, what I wanted to do for the video. The plan for the video is to be educational as much as possible and get 65 puzzles correct and have your chess to be improved and my chess to be improved. It is about the tactical vision. Puzzles are about the tactical vision and calculation. So let's just start and get into our first puzzle. So in the first puzzle, I can see the queen in front of the queen. So, like, as the master said, always look for the check captures attack in a position. So let's look at the check captures attack in the position. So I can see we can take the queen, but the king takes and rook check. Problem is, even if we take the rook, this is equal. In puzzle, we have to win. How can we win this game? So takes, rook check. Makes sense. The king here would take the rook. It takes the rook too. And after I, like, let's say take a pawn, he takes my pawn. I have to play this kind of move, and this position doesn't seem good for us. I would say black is winning. So this check makes sense. Yeah, why not? You're correct. I think we have to speed it up a bit because obviously you guys are way too smart. So let's play bishop takes and then rook takes and then rook check. This should be checkmate. What if it doesn't take? What if it checks us with this rook and we lose? So let's take here and use. Check is nothing. Yeah, check is everything. But check is a very good sacrifice. Now rook takes and then bishop takes. So let's just do. I always look for most ridiculous checks too. This would be the lesson for that puzzle. You should learn. Okay, the rucksack makes sense to me as I have some pattern recognition in my head. But will it work? Obviously not, because we have not enough pieces at that file to attack. So can we bring more pieces? I think so. This puzzle is about bringing more pieces to the game. I can see this way to bring my piece, and I don't see anything that he can do after that. Like queen here. What will he do? Let's say this move, and obviously it's mate. We can see it. Of course, he will try to run, but if he tries to run, I just shut it down. And another thing, yeah, it should be this answer. This should be the answer. Is very logical. As logical, he's trying to run. We'll just shut that down. Sacrifices the queen. Okay. So what is the concept of this puzzle that we have to first understand? Okay, we can understand that we can take his queen, and after bishop takes, we can just claim the rook. But why not we can take the rook just with the queen? Problem is we have a lot of complications after that. Like rook takes here, and after rook takes here, what will you do? What can you see the threat of the opponent? Like basically, it's very complex after that kind of thing. My point is that like, uh, and let's say it takes, and this is checkmate. Whoa, wait a second. It should be the answer actually. Yeah, takes is nothing. Yeah, I like it actually because queen takes doesn't gives me much edge. So yeah. So puzzle number 39. Our Ross is going very good. I thought we are gonna lose the challenge. I think so. Bishop takes is very good. Okay, and then the knight takes, and then we can check with the queen. Or my question is, why not first check with this guy? But he can blocks with the queen, and if I take this guy, he will take with the knight. So it's a free queen. That's why we take with the bishop first, and now we check him, and now we can take the knight. It is like removing a defender from, like, it is the concept of removing a defender. So congratulations, we have completed the 40 puzzles officially. So we are down a queen. So there must be a mating net, and which I can also see. Like, this check makes a lot of sense to me. And where will the king go? King cannot go here, here, anywhere. Okay, king has only one square. And then we check with the rook. And yeah, then we win. And he have to block with the queen. And then this is mate. Puzzle number 41 is white to move. Let's look for the check capture attack. I can look for this sacrificial idea to kind of take with the bishop and then get 2 pawns for the piece. But I'm looking for most efficient. Means look, when you see a move, look for a better one. It is a quote said by Emmanuel Lasker. Very good quote. It could help you improve very fast and rapidly. So queen takes I'm looking for. It also attacks the rook, and king is kind of helpless after this move. And he goes king here. I'm kind of go like queen inside, but he can go here. So it takes knight here. Makes sense to me. Like it makes really much sense to me. Like queen takes and then king there, knight there. Like queen here, there. Can we take the rook safely? Yeah, it's just the rook takes. I'm overthinking. Now we take the rook. Pawn blocks or move the king. If I block with the pawn, he takes with the queen, and it's very nasty. And if I go here, pawn. Why not just go back? Say I'm chilling. Problem with this is mate. Like this is literally mate. The pawn blocks. What? Oh, what? What? Oh, oh, what? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, why? Isn't this checkmate or I just got hallucinated a bit? I think so. It's hallucination or something. I like I saw a checkmate there. That's why I didn't go with it. I think here there is this check. It's not checkmate. It's just pure hallucination. It's just pure hallucination by us. Not a checkmate at all. Okay. Means we have to conduct a lecture of blindfold chess too. To kind of learn how to play blindfolded. It is not a big thing. We have to be positive because as we know know about our weakness, so we are just like what we can say is we are just balancing like self coaching, and we can call it a self coaching as we are like being productive to ourselves, like we are knowing our own weakness, which is a very good thing and which is very hard for a human being to do. That's why I am not frustrated about my hallucination. I just want to be humble with you guys, tell what really happened with me right over there. Let's go next. Rucksack makes sense. Rucksack takes. Interesting puzzle. Bishop take. And queen here. What if queen here first? Same problem. You can block with the queen, as we saw in the earlier puzzles. So bishop take, and then queen here, and then take. Here, and then take my bishop, and then I take. Yeah. You can also claim a pawn, and then go bishop here. The question is which pawn to take. If I take this one, like if I take this one, then let's just like we'll take this. Should we claim a pawn or not? This puzzle became hard after a while. Okay, I can think of a rucksack, but it doesn't work as there is no fork. Hmm. Okay. What is this? What is happening? I have to be really careful. Knight takes here doesn't work. Why it's so hard? Oh wow, I got the solution. Guys, I will give you 5 seconds to find the solution. Try to find the solution. Hope you will find it. Okay. Okay, you are very smart. Found the solution, hopefully. At bishop here. Bishop here because, like, if we take our knight, our like his bishop get pinned, so we can take. Like it is about the pressure, pressuring the pin piece. Okay, let's go to the next one. So what we can see is we have to look for the checks capture attack, and the first attacking move I can look, which makes a lot of sense to me, is knight f4. Knight f4 just forks the bishop and the queen, and as this bishop would be attacked 2 times, so it would be taken by our knight and the queen. So this makes sense. Let's look for the another move. I don't see anything else. Let's just put the knight here. Okay, he goes queen here. If I take with the knight, I hung my queen, okay. We don't want to hang our queen, so we have to come up with a perfect solution, a very unique and perfect solution for this problem. Okay, can we take this guy? So can we take this guy and let this guy die, and then play g5, as this is protected by the bishop. And what will he do is, he will try to protect his knight at all cost. We attack him again, so that's the reason why we take the bishop, and then we push the g5. Okay, he goes for weird stuff, but it doesn't make any sense. We just take it. Puzzle number 44. We are very close to our target of 50, and then we are going to get 65. Okay, let's focus on the puzzle. We can take with the bishop to get rid of this guy. But my question is, if I take this guy, he will take this guy. So some side of tech business is going on. So we have to think. We're bound to think in this kind of position. Knight checks makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, it's the move, because we are removing the guard after this. Like knight takes, and I remove the guard, and then I take the bishop. Oh, sorry, knight. So hmm. So our king is inside a check. It's white to move also. Hmm. King here makes sense to me. Like kind of trapping his rook. And then I have to look for the places where his rook can go. Nowhere. Next puzzle. It's black to move. I can think of the push of c3. If it's getting fast, you can tell me. I can also slow it down. Or if it's getting very slow, I can also fast it down. Because c3 is making sense to me. Kind of. The bishop takes. And queen here. And what will he do? So, here takes there. Bishop back. Check. And I'm winning. Well, what if we take with the queen? Then same. Check. Bishop blocks. Bishop here. But here's this. And then I cannot take with the queen, as this queen is protecting. I can also think about this move now. Here. Takes. Then kind of this. This also makes sense, but we have a lot of down material. I'll look at this. One rook. Here's two rooks. One piece. Here's two pieces. So idea is terrible. The pawn push does make some sense. But queen takes we have to calculate. Queen takes bishop check. King runs. Oh, no, no continuation. Okay, what if we check first? And then bishop blocks. And then pawn push. Will it make some difference? No. Because queen can still take. Hmm. We have to think a lot in this one actually. This is very complicated. Push there. Bishop check. King there. Pawn push. It should be pawn push, man. Queen takes. Now I have to think. Bishop check. Queen check. Bishop blocks. There's a rook here. King there. It could be this. I came up with a new move finally. Yeah, this makes sense to me, man. Putting pressure on the pinned piece. As there is a concept in a book of chess. His name is How to Reaccess Your Chess. Very interesting book. It shows this idea. Rook d8. Now what will he do? I don't see anything. You can try to block, but I can push. Could be this. The problem with this is I'm nothing. What? Was it c5? Wait a sec. Oh, what I'm doing? I forgot to calculate this line. I have to go here, man. I forgot my own rule. What the hell? I will look for checks in opposition. Okay, whatever. Means I told you if you don't look for checks, capture, attack, you won't find a solution. So it will make you get learned. Like it will help you learn that how important checks, capture, attack is. If you don't follow it, you will fall to your own destiny. So let's go to the next one. I'm thinking about taking a break for one second, like 5 minute break, and we will be right back. Do you guys agree? I can take a break for 5 minutes. Yeah, I think it's yes. Okay, okay, okay. Break is our go. Let's look at the next puzzle. Okay, it's black to move. First thing I can see a check. First thing I can see a check to try to win the queen. Okay, another thing I can see is we can take the rook first and then try to take his queen. But problem is if we take his rook first, he will promote with the queen. Let me show you the line. Like bishop there. Instead of bishop there, I can take. And then he makes a queen. And the moment he makes the queen, I cannot do this. Because king takes and then rook takes and then I lose a lot of material. That's the reason why I'm thinking about this move. And then the moment he take, I suppose he took. And then we took and then he takes my queen. So we neither gain anything, we lose actually. So I'm thinking about this move. Kind of like saying I will make this path 3 and king will have to go here and it could be a mate but it's not like here and let's say you take with a okay you form a queen and then we check and then here and yeah I cannot do anything. Yeah, makes sense to me. Let's say you make the queen as an like this line here here and then here and then we lose. So if I take this pawn, this is a good idea I think so. And takes. Taking a pawn seems like a good move. And let's analyze this line again. Check. What if it doesn't take? Obviously, it was not take. It was there, and then rook takes, and it was like rook takes here. Wait a second, actually, here makes a queen, and then we take with the rook, and it takes with the bishop. Doesn't work. So my line was like queen takes here. That's it. So okay, can I do bishop takes? Now bishop takes is very bad. Now it's logical actually. Here, after. Oh sorry. Oops. Okay, bishop takes. King takes. Queen here. Bishop here. Rook check. And kind of not good. Why not this bishop? Take the bishop. Makes sense to me. But problem is 1, 2, 3. Look at the our two rooks. Let's count them at 5, 10, and 10, and 6, and 6, and yes, 2 pieces extra. So like 10, 10, 9, 10, 9, and then 6. So yes, 6 points extra than me. If I take this, he would be having 3. So takes. And what will he do with these pieces? He'll try to prevent the sack of the bishop, I think so. So my question is bishop sack, queen takes, and then I take this guy. So here. That makes sense. Rook takes. We're attacking this guy. Kind of like saying, wait a second. I will be right back.